Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are in game 4 of a 5-game set with the Marlins. Apparently somebody is not ready to go. Stitch is not ready, which is surprising with the All-Star break and everything. He did pitch an inning, but alright, Zap says he's fully loaded though, so apparently that inning yesterday didn't affect him. So let's go, I guess. Night game here at Dolphin Stadium today. Same lineup we've been seeing out of the Marlins. Yesterday's game was a bit wild. Marlins put up 6 runs, which typically would beat us pretty handily, but Marlins had a pretty impressive meltdown themselves and gave up 10 runs in the process. Michael Wichter on the mound today. That ERA is looking a little rough. Kester in the batter's box to lead things off. Starts off with the slider outside. Called strike, makes it 1-1. Ground ball off Wichter's glove, and Hill will clean up the mess. Marvin at bat. He will bat left-handed. Looks at strike 1. Line drive into the left center gap. Marvin on his way to second, and he will make it there. One out double. That'll bring Chief to the plate. That slider stays high, and then a line drive through the left side of the infield, rolls all the way to the wall. Marvin is in there with the first run of the game, and Chief with his own double. An RBI one-out double to get the scoring started right off the bat. Alright, so that'll bring Terry to the plate. He grounds one right to Hill. Throw goes to first. Chief advances to third base. 2 outs. Frank at the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Squirrels with a few hits, and they do come away with a run. Indy Chavez will lead off again for the Marlins. Regular lineup in the game for the Squirrels. We'll get the subs tomorrow. Right? Yeah, this is game 4. Zap on the mound, as mentioned. His first start in a little while. He was having to make quite a few starts earlier in the year, and that's what got him a spot on the All-Star team for the first time in his career. I think he was the last pitcher we were waiting on to make an All-Star team. Chavez with a 1-2 count. He will pop this one up behind the plate. Tom makes the grab. Aaron Hill to the plate. He had a good game yesterday. Fouls this one off down the first base line. So back to Zap. He'll take care of that. 2 away. That will bring David Wright to the plate. First pitch, bit high. Gets a swing and a miss on the breaking ball. And this pitch a bit outside. Ground ball. Joey will get that over to first, and that will end the inning. 1-0 Squirrels as we go into the second, where Tom will lead things off. First pitch to Tom, looks at strike one. Line drive right to shortstop. Bartlett makes the grab. Zach in the box then. Looks at a strike. Another called strike. A bit of a high hop to third, but nothing right can't handle. 2 away. That'll bring Joey to the plate. He lines this one into the seats over by the bullpen in right field. Grounds this one to Bartlett, and that will end the top of the inning. Still 1-0 Squirrels as we go to the bottom half of the inning. Josh Willingham will lead things off for Florida. Zach gets a swing and a miss. I think what was supposed to be a breaking ball that didn't really break, got away with one. Changeup, though, hit up the middle for the Marlins' first hit of the day. That will bring Jacobs to the plate. He puts this into center field. That'll get down in front of Marvin. Back-to-back singles put runners on first and second for Cody Ross. No outs yet in the inning. That changeup misses. Another changeup gets a swing and a miss. Fouls this one away. That'll make it 1-2. Ground ball. This could be a double play. And it sure is. Mark that one down for 6-3. Runner does move to third. Jason Bartlett at the plate. Obviously 2 outs because there's a double play and we're still playing. Bartlett with a 1-1 count. Puts this into left field. That's going to get down for a hit, and this game is tied at 1. Okay, that will bring Livingston to... I feel like he said that a weird way, but Livingston to the plate. Looks at a ball. And a called strike. Makes it 1-1. Called strike 2. And this one misses down and in. This is going to be into shallow left. Drops in for another base hit. I forget who was... Is that Cody Ross? Somebody. Whoever was on first. Oh, Bartlett. Jason Bartlett. He took a big turn towards third, but decided to go back to second. So Wachter at the plate. This is probably what Zap needed to get out of this inning before it gets any worse. This one's outside. It's a 2-2 count. Fastball, swing and a miss, and Zap does get out of the inning, but the Marlins get that run back. We are tied at 1. We go into the third inning, where Zap will lead things off for the Squirrels. Zap doesn't, he gets at bats, but not regularly. So to see he's only hitting 56 is not super surprising. Has a 2-1 count in this at bat, though. Grounds the first one. Or that's not the first one, it was actually for strike 2. Foul. Puts this one right to right at third. So first out of the inning. Kester back up to the plate. 1 strikeout for Wachter the first time through the lineup. I don't remember who that was right off the top of my head. It was not Kester. He ground out. Has a 1-2 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Marvin got a double and then scored. back in the first inning. Has the bases empty with 2 outs in this at-bat. First pitch is up and out. Another high pitch makes it 2-0. Here that pitch is up and in. It's 3-0. There's a called strike, makes it 3-1. It was an iffy pitch. Marvin didn't particularly like it. Hits this one, and it will be a ground ball to Bartlett. And the Marlins are out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third, still tied at 1. Indy Chavez will lead things off for the Marlins. Chavez fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Grounds this one over Zapp's head. Joey takes it, and he does not get it there in time. That one's an infield hit for Indy Chavez. Aaron Hill then to the plate. We got a hit and run, but Hill puts it foul. Runner stays put this time, and Hill whiffs on the pitch. Hits this one. This looks like a double play ball. And it sure is. Mark that one down, 6-4-3. That will bring David Wright to the plate. 2 outs with the bases empty now. That breaking ball breaks too far. Here, that one is too low. There's a called strike. Another called strike makes it 2-2. Grounds this one through the left side, or the right side rather, of the infield. Zach kind of boots it, but doesn't really matter. It's a base hit either way. Brings Josh Willingham to the plate, who got a base hit in his first at-bat. David Wright takes off, and he will be thrown out. Zapp not the hardest thrower, but he is pretty quick to the plate, and Tom does have an arm for all of his other faults behind the plate. So we are still tied at 1 as we go into the fourth. Chief had an RBI double back in the first, which, obviously scored the only run for the Squirrels so far in this game. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. Lines this one right by the first base coach. Still 0-2. Grounds this one over to shortstop. 1 away. That'll bring Terry to the plate. You might remember he very nearly homered right down the right field line yesterday. The ball just crossed just in front of the foul pole without hitting it. He has a 2-1 count in this at-bat. Oh, this one's called a strike. I don't know about that call, but it's 2-2. Hits this one into center field, but it stays up for Chavez. 2 down. Frank, he was the one to strike out the first time through. Yeah, I could not remember. Hits this one. High fly ball into right. Cody Ross makes the grab. So we'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning, still tied at 1. Marlins out hitting the Squirrels 6-2. And since David Wright was caught stealing, here's Josh Willingham back to the plate with a fresh count. He hits the first pitch to Chief. Throws across the diamond, 1 away. Mike Jacobs got a base hit in his first at-bat. Hits this one up the middle. That'll be another base hit. 1 on with 1 out. Cody Ross hit into a double play his first at-bat. Has a 2-0 count. Swings and misses at that changeup. Hits this one foul over by the third base coach. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good strikeout for Zapp. Runner on first with 2 outs. Jason Bartlett got a base hit in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. I think Bartlett might have had the lone RBI for the Marlins so far as well. Hits this one to Kester, who leaps in the air to make the play. So we'll go to the 5th inning, still tied at 1. Tom will lead things off for the Squirrels. He lined out. I want to say to Bartlett, but I could be wrong. In his first at bat. Looks at strike one. As the slider goes too far outside. That pitch is out of the zone. It's 2-1. Ground ball to short. Bartlett gets it first. One away. Zach ground out in his first at bat. That first pitch is called a strike. That pitch is inside. Hits this one into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. So 1 on, 1 out. Joey looks at a splitter that breaks too low. And that fastball's low as well. It's 2-0. Joey lets that splitter go by for strike one. Hits this one high in the air behind second base. Aaron Hill is the one ended up making the catch. So that'll bring Zap to the plate. He lined out in his first at-bat, I believe to David Wright. Not a super hard liner, but a line drive nonetheless. Kind of similar to that, but that one goes farther foul. Swings and misses. That'll make it 1-2. Bounces that splitter in. Zap lays off. Looks at strike three, and that will end the top of the fifth. Still tied at 1. The Marlins will start off with Livingston at the plate. Got 10 combined hits in this game for 2 combined runs. Livingston got a base hit in his first at-bat. Say Zap cruising along so far. Thought he might start wiping his brow here, but he's actually holding together okay. Has a 1-2 count on Livingston. As this fastball's inside. 2-2. Grounds this one to Joey. 1 away. Wechter to the plate. I think I called him Mike Wechter. It's Doug, actually. I was getting confused with Michael Waka. In any case, he struck out in his first at-bat, has a 2-0 count. In this at-bat, pops this one to first. Terry makes the grab. 2 down. Indy Chavez is 1 for 2. 2 times through the Marlins order, 2 strikeouts for Zap. Chavez won't strike out here. He lines out to third. We go into the 6th inning. The Squirrels back to the top of their lineup. Still tied at 1. Kester 0 for 2 today. He will look at a strike. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Ground ball to short. 1 away. Marvin is 1 for 2. Got a double in his first at-bat. Do believe he scored the lone Squirrels run of the game thus far. 1 hop to David Wright, who gets it over to first in plenty of time. Chief 1 for 2 on the day. Had the RBI double back in the first. That ball breaks too low, as does that one. We've got a 2-0 count. There's a called strike. That pitch well out of the zone. 3-1. Chief gets a lot of that one, but not enough. Cody Ross actually runs it down. I thought it was a sure hit off the bat, but no such luck. Stays up in the air longer than I thought. And good play by Cody Ross. I don't want to take that away from him. 1 and... let's just start that over. We are tied at 1 going into the 6th inning. Aaron Hill at the plate. Swings and misses at the first pitch. And he puts one in the air. Frank comes in a few steps, and he makes the grab. That'll bring David Wright to the plate. He is 1 for 2 today. Got a base hit up the middle in his last at-bat. Puts this one into left field, and Frank gets over and makes the grab. Some good outfield play today. Some guys covering some ground. Josh Willingham to the plate. Nobody on with 2 outs. First pitch is called a strike. This one is hit into center field. Marvin only a couple steps in, and he makes the grab to end the inning. We go into the 7th, still tied at 1. Terry is going to lead things off for the Squirrels.
Number 4, Terry.
Oh, get some bottles moved over to get prepped for the 7th inning stretch. All right, Terry with a 2-0 count. Looks at that one, seem to be taking all the way. It's a 2-1 count now. Hits this one, a line drive, but right to Ross out in right. So Frank 0 for 2 on the day. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one towards the middle, but not very hard. Aaron Hill picks it up and throws it to first. Tom is 0 for 2 today. He will look at strike 1. Swings and misses, makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We go to the 7th inning stretch, still tied at 1. And the Marlins will start off with Mike Jacobs on the other side.
Now, please rise and join the singing.
Zap will stay on the mound, though he is reaching the end of his rope. His spot is due up in the 8th inning, so just hoping to get him through this one with no damage, hopefully. It's always the hope, isn't it? A short hop to first. Terry does make the play, and he will step on the bag. Cody Ross is 0 for 2 on the day. Hit into a double play and struck out. Zap only 2 strikeouts on the day. Gets this one just foul down the third base line. A little surprised Chief didn't lay out for that one, but he didn't. But no harm, it was a foul ball. Fly into left, Frank makes the play. 2 away, Bartlett to the plate. He is 1 for 2. Swings and misses at a changeup. Breaking ball popped foul, but it makes the screen. 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Well, really, for a spot starter, you got no complaints there. 1 run on 7 hits. Just not a lot of help from the Squirrels offense today. Zach is 1 for 2 on the day, so we start the 8th inning. And he fouls the first pitch away. Waiter's still out there on the mound for the Marlins. This one's fouled even further. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Joey to the plate then. He is 0 for 2. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Hits this one right to Aaron Hill. 2 away. So Zap has done everything we've asked him for, so let's go ahead and let him call today. Let's see if Quentin can steal a run for us here. He will bat left-handed, as Marvin has been doing all day. I don't know if I ever actually said that or not. I usually do note that. First pitch to Quentin is called a strike. Hits this one, but not super hard, right to Bartlett, and that will end the inning. All right, Livingston will lead things off for the Marlins. We're still tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We will turn to Johnston. We are not going to have Quinton play short. We'll have him try to play second instead.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 27, Johnston.
All right, Livingston 1 for 2. Starts this at bat off with a ball well outside. This one's just called strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Waechter's still at the plate. So I guess he's going to go out there for the 9th, assuming that it's still tied. If they get the lead, I imagine the Marlins will go to whoever their closer is. Is that Billy Wagner? We saw him somewhere. Can't remember. Anyway, Waechter has a little bloop out. Brings Chavez to the plate. Got an infield hit in his last at-bat. I'm fairly sure that was the last at-bat anyway. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. And he will swing and miss, and that will end the 8th inning. We go into the 9th, still tied at 1. The Squirrels will start back at the top of their order to try to find a run to keep it out of extras. Kester is 0 for 3 today. Line drive into left. That's going to actually get past Willingham and all the way to the wall. Kester will make that an easy double. Not the way Waechter wanted to start off this inning, I'm sure. All right, Marvin to the plate after that leadoff double. And he hits a ground ball, a high hop, and Waechter gets the out himself. Little surprised Kester didn't try to advance there, but he didn't. 1 out, runner on second. Chief at the plate, watches that splitter stay outside. Hits this one right through the right side of the infield. Kester will stop at third. Probably a wise choice, but wouldn't have minded him trying to push it. Runners on the corners for Terry with 1 out, and that looked like a pitch out, but maybe it just slipped. That pitch looks better, but Terry puts it into right field. That's going to one-hop the wall. The run is in. It's 2-1 Squirrels. And they will have 2 runners in scoring position after that RBI double. I imagine that'll be it for Waechter. Sure is. The Marlins are going to go with Kinsing. We saw him yesterday, and, well, I don't know if he did that great of a job, but his defense didn't help him either. Might remember Jacobs was responsible for 2 or 3 runs thanks to a wild throw to second that ended up in left field. Frank looks at strike 1. This pitch just outside. Frank, a deep fly ball into left. Willingham runs it down. Runners get back to their bases. 2 away. Tom at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position. A ground ball off of Kinsing's glove. And I think it was Aaron Hill picked it up and made the play. So the Squirrels get 1 to take the 2-1 lead. Aaron Hill's going to start off for the Marlins, but they are most definitely still in this. I do believe, excuse me, coughing fit, that this would be Shibuya's 40th save on the year. I also think if we win this game, this is, I think we're at 81 wins right now, so this would guarantee a winning season if Shibuya can convert this. Aaron Hill 0 for 3 on the day. Shibuya gets a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Another swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Keeps at it, but this one is out of the zone. Breaking ball gets a ground ball that Shibuya will field himself, and he does get it to first in time. 1 down. I guess to get a read wasn't, it was a pretty decent play. Don't have a problem with that replay. All right, David Wright to the plate. He is 1 for 3. He is behind on that fastball. Breaks his bat as he lifts this into right. Zach makes the catch. That will bring William to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Looks at strike 1. This pitch is down and in. Shibuya throwing high 90s out there. 96, 97. That pitch is fouled away. It's 1-2. Off speed, gets a swing and a miss, and that is your ball game. A pretty tough win, but the Squirrels manage it. Your final score today, Indianapolis Squirrels 2, Florida Marlins 1. Take a look at a few highlights. Only 3 whole runs in the game, so you would think the highlights would be a little minimal. I think I credited Chief with the RBI that whole game. It was really Terry that knocked him in. Actually, Terry knocked in both runs now that I get a chance to look at it in highlight form, so you would definitely think he's player of the game. Terry and Shibuya actually will share player of the game, and that's just fine. So thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we've got one more with the Marlins tomorrow. We will see you then.